Similar. Obviously, a teenager with just a lower appliance, without all of the onion skin layers of things that they've got for symptoms and systems that are messed up, are much easier to work with, and they respond quicker. But you can have adults that are also easier than tough cases. Jim is, when we first saw him, was a heart attack looking for a place to happen, and with the high blood pressure and the AFib, it's just a matter of time. Especially since we all know periodontal disease and the bacteria that go along with it are contributing factors to ill health, and especially some of the heart problems. So basically, we're opening up a whole nother can of worms by saying that it also has to do with the contours on the teeth, not just bacteria. And we also had some root canal possibilities. We had a tooth removed, did a root canal on another tooth. So we're cleaning up the mouth, but at the same time, it's not just bugs. Get that out. And if nothing else out of this, that's contours. And those contours really directly affect all of us. Joan's experienced it. I've experienced it. How's your back, by the way?
It is more painful than it has been.
Good. So she's been kind of frosty today, and I fixed her back pain, so it's gone up a little bit.
You haven't seen Frosty.
And if something happens to me, you guys will know what happened. All right, Mississippi 66 Church. Lucky Lucy. Lady Liberty 33. All right, we'll take that. Good. All right, so this is still a little too heavy. This is definitely needs to be reduced. And so basically, I'm going to reduce it without cutting the burr on for a minute around, having it operate, because I just want to take a little bit and then see what we get. That's nice and smooth now. It's a little more soft. Actually, what we're doing is studying aging. We're all getting older as we're doing this. But we're also going to get him younger. How about that?
Bring it on.
Yeah, because what's aging? Part of it's not breathing well. You age real quick when you're not breathing at all. So we're going to get the abundant life back, Lord willing.
Okay.
And a lot of times it's as Jim has described it, it's a feeling. It's like the peace that passes understanding. You just in the middle of a storm still know it's you shouldn't feel this relaxed in this circumstance. And it's so basically, we've gotten to the point with Jim where he's kind of intuitive about some things that he wasn't before. He's aware of what's going on inside, and maybe he shouldn't overdo, or that he's in a good spot. But he's listening to his body also as he's reacting to his environment. Those closest to him can push his buttons. But it may be his reaction is totally different now. And their reaction to him is totally different because they're watching him think about what he says or doesn't say. And
that's true.
That's true. That saved my marriage as far as giving me less of a hair trigger and waiting to let the other person digest what I said instead of constantly barraging, making the situation worse.
And I can listen to them longer before I make judgments.
yeah, it's appreciated and beneficial to everyone involved.
I can actually look at myself and
Yeah.
how I'm responding.
You also, after you start experiencing this yourself, you also realize why other people are behaving the way they're behaving. Somebody that doesn't say much at all, you have to, yes, no, that's all you get out of them, is trying to conserve their oxygen. You have somebody else motor mouthing that's talking so fast and answering their questions and going on and talking, you can't get a word in edgewise. They're doing the same thing, trying to conserve their oxygen, but they're getting it in the breathing and the hyper language. So it makes it difficult to say that there's hyper and hypo talking, if you will, is symptomatic of a person trying to control their upset in their body, just get through life. And when you start making changes in their contours and the anatomy and the position of the tongue gets in a better place, many times they kind of either speed up or slow down, and just like the pulse and the blood pressure, they're making good changes. But behavior, just like the dog doing this, he's kind of propping his head up against his ankle so he doesn't fall out the end. So my brother, who has the Parkinson's disease, talks real fast because he's trying to get a lot out before he gets out of wind. And he's real low. He thinks he's screaming at us. And he had some speech therapy, and they had him project his voice, and he's more understandable when he's like that. So, when your cuff goes up, is that uncomfortable? Are we overdoing the blood pressure? I mean, does that bother your arm? No. Okay. Yeah, it's 127/73. So we'll just leave it there for a minute. We get another low reading, we'll wrap it up. Getting some results, but then creating other problems.
It doesn't hold.
Well, or you don't get results at all. So what he did was great, but you just have to make sure you're constantly reminding them your malpractice insurance doesn't cover what he does or doesn't do. And so you literally, you're 135/79. Let's take it out and see.